Hello everybody, this is Jignesh. This is my first YouTube video for solving the LeetCode problems. So in this video, I'll be solving this very interesting problem on the sliding window. It's called maximum consecutive ones. Uh, so let's just understand what this problem is and how we can approach solving it. So the thing is that given a binary array and an integer k, return the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array if you can flip at most k zeros. That's the problem statement right there. Input nums is equals to this, k is equals to 2, output is equals to 6. Uh, okay, so let me go to the online whiteboard and I'll explain it to you guys what exactly this question is asking us to solve. This is just the online whiteboard that Google has. And let me just copy this array right here. So basically this is our array, okay? And let's say k is equal to, let's say k is equal to 2 for this particular test case, okay? Uh, so what we have been asked to do is that we can, at maximum, we can only switch two zeros from one, and we have to switch it in such a way that we can get the maximum length of consecutive ones. I hope that makes sense. Let me just go through how we can solve this problem. Or actually, let me just show you how this is going to work. Sorry. So 111001110. So this is just the group of binary characters that we have. So if, let's say if we are traversing a variable throughout an array, so we'll go through this. It will go to first element here. It is 1. Do we need to do anything? No. Second element. It's also 1. Do we need to do anything? Not yet. 1. Now here we go. This is a 0 here. So what can we do? This is a 0 here. So according to our problem statement, we have to switch our 0 to 1. So this 0 will become 1. Now go to the next element. The 0 will become 1 as well. Now, what's the next element? It's again 0. But can we switch that 0 to 1? No, because we have k is equal to 2. So at once, we can only switch two zeros maximum. So if we try to find out the length of an array up till now, from here to here, how much it is? It is 5. Okay, so it is 5. Now, we will also have to make sure that we explore all of our elements in an array, and we will try to find out what could be the maximum value, because we are trying to get the maximum length of the consecutive ones. So what can we do here? So we are right now, we are at this element, okay? We are stuck. So what can we do now is that we have 0 over here. So now we will we have 0 1 here over here that we switched before to 1. So now what we will do, we will make this element 0 again. Now if I'll make this element if I'll make this element 0 again, how much zeros we have now? So k is equals to 1 now, right? So we can switch this element from 0 to 1. So in the new window, we will have this element is equal to 1. Now we will go to the next element. What is the next element? It is 1. Do we need to do anything? No, we don't need to do anything. Next element, 1 again, nothing required. 1 again. Now the next element is 0. So again, the same problem we are having here. Yeah. So this element is what? 0. Now we have k is equals to 2 already. We already have two maximum zeros that uh that can be switched from an array. So we can make this 0 that we switched before from 0 to from 1 to 0 back. So if we have made that 0 again, how are we getting the value? We just have the case equals to 1. So we can still switch the 0 to 1 now after switching that value back to 0. So if we'll try to find out this length. Oh, sorry. Now if we'll try to find out this length will be equal to 6. So what could be our output? Our output will be equal to 6 as it is here. So I think it could be confusing, but if we will try to understand how the code works for this problem, I think it could get way easier than that. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the solution part, how we can solve this problem. So basically, let me just copy the array again. So this is our array. And we can call this nums. Let's call it nums. Okay. So we are calling this nums. So we are making us we are solving a sliding window problem here. So in sliding window problem, we will need at least two variables that can traverse through the array and can keep track of the particular windows. So we will create two variables here, and that variable would be simply start and end. And so let's say its start is equal to 0 and end is equal to 0. So we can initialize it like this. So two variables we have, and is start equal to 0, end is equal to 0. Okay. Now, what is the next step? We will also need something which can count how much zeros we have. So let's say 0 count is equal to 0. So everything is set. We have our variables now. So let's start traversing one element now, which will be let's just say we are traversing the end variable. So we'll just simply create a for loop, which will we will simply create a for loop which will go from end is equal to 0 till the end of the array. So that will be the end of array will be num dot size. And I'm just trying to write the pseudo code here, so don't mind any syntax errors. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this is just the for loop that we have created for our end variable. So for now, my end is my end and start both are here. End and start. End is here, and my this is so irritating. End and start both are here. Okay. So we are traversing our end array now, end element now. So end will go to the first element 1. Okay. Do we need to do anything? No. Second element is also 1. Do we need to do anything? No yet. Third element 1. Do we need to do anything? No, not yet. Now this element, fourth element is 0. So if fourth element is 0 here, what can we do? We can simply create an if statement right here. That if nums of end is equal to 0, just simply increase the 0 count plus plus. So in this way, now my 0 count is what? Now my 0 count is right here. 0 count is okay at this particular fourth element. 0 count is 1. Now go to the next element, fifth. k is equal to 2, just to make sure everybody is on the same page. K is equal to 2. So now, so we are at the fifth element now. K is equal to 2. And we are at the second zero now, right? So can we switch? Yes, we do. Yes, we can. So now the zero count will be equal to 2. When here our zero count will be equal to 2. So zero count it will be equal to 2. Now, here comes the tricky part now. So if statement is closed, so whatever we wanted to do, we did it. Now here, now the role of the second element, second pointer will come. So our second pointer is start pointer for sure, right? So what we will do, we will create a while loop inside that for loop. So what could be the condition of the while loop? Just think twice. Just think what could be the condition of a while loop. A condition of a while loop would be that the value of k should never exceed the zero count. Oh, I mean, the zero count should never exceed the k. So it should be zero count. Right. So our zero count should always be less than k. Now, here now we are traversing the start pointer. So start is here. Start will come to the first element. It's 1. Does it need to do anything? No. Second element? No. Third element? No. Fourth element? Yes. So fourth element, what we are trying to do here now is that start is at the fourth element right here, and end is right here. So in order to switch the zero at end, we need to make sure that the zero that we have at our start gets the one that is 1 now, right? So the one that we have now should go back to 0, so that k value will be again equal to 1. So we will decrease the zero count now. So if num start is equal to 0, then just make sure zero count will get decremented. And if you found this, which is, and also we are traversing a start pointer, so just make sure start plus plus. Okay. So now our end is here. So now, according to the for loop, our end will traverse to the next element. It's 1, it's 1, it's 1, it's 1. And now the last element is 0. Last element is 0. So now our end is right here at this 0. Now k is equal to 2. Zero count is also equal to 2. It will trigger this while loop. And if it will trigger this while loop, now start will be at this 0. And if we want to switch this 0 if we want to switch this 0 to 1, we will need to make sure that this 0 will go back to its original value. So now zero count will be decremented by 1. And if it is decremented by 1, we can switch this 0 to 1 now. So this will be equal to 1. Okay. So now if you want to find the length of this window, what will be the length? What will be the length of this window? What do you think? So this window is going to start from right here to here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is our maximum value. So how do we keep track of our maximum counts? Because with every iteration, we're going to get the different values. So we can just make a max count variable here, and it will be equal to 0. Now this will be max count is equal to maximum of max count and end minus start plus 1. Okay, that is very obvious what is going to be the length of our window. It is always going to be the end minus start. So our end is here, our start is here. And if you want to calculate the length in between, it's end minus start plus 1. So it is very basic. Now, This is all the source code part. I mean, explanation of source code part. Now let's just dive into the code and see if this solution works or not. Uh, so let's go and try the code. So our int zero count is equal to 0, as we've discussed already. Now int max count, so going to be equal to 0. Int start is equal to 0. Okay, now we need, now what's the next step? Next step is that we will need to create two variables here, two pointers here, end pointer and start pointer. Now end is equal to 0. It will start from the first element and it will go till the end of the array, and that will be equal to nums dot size. And this, it will go here. If nums end is equal to 0, then 0 count plus plus. Okay, so the 0 count will go one step forward. Now the next thing we can do is we can create a while loop. Now it will be inside for loop, so just make sure you don't miss that point. It should be always passing this condition. If num start is equal to 0, then 0 count minus minus will be just decrementing the 0 count. We will switch back that one from to switch back that 1 to its original value, which is 0. So yeah, start plus plus, we will decrement, we will make sure that decrement its start pointer is decremented. Now max count is equal to maximum of max count and minus start plus 1. Okay, so here you go, return maximum count. Okay, this is the C++ code of this question. Let's try to run it. Okay, I made a mistake here. It shouldn't be k max count, it's just the max count. Okay, oops. Yeah, let's try again. I think it should work. See, so it is accepting all the test cases. I hope this solution was helpful and it was informative. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.